Hi, Steffi here. I'm bringing to you our chameleon, and I'm going to show you how to add color. I've got a little bit of the body left here to the body in that, so that it makes this really smooth transitional color for a chameleon, for which they're so well known for, because they're such good camouflage experts. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, because you will be using the space-dyed flower garden wool, which comes in the maker's box for August 2023, and of course this is what the project is based on anyway. So hopefully that you find this tutorial useful and you can transfer the skill to other projects as well. But here goes. So you've got your finished chameleon, and you still got lots of this lovely space-dyed wool left once you've wrapped all the legs and so on and so forth. And I showed you earlier how you split wool sideways to make a nice long strand, so that you can use it for wrapping things. Now this particular technique involves you tearing off very wispy ends, really thin wispy ends like this, and it's a little bit counterintuitive, because we want to hold on really tight and pull. Don't hold on tight and pull, because you're not severing the fiber, you're just allowing it to slither away from each other. This is I think this is one of those things that you could watch all day. Look, just, isn't it lovely? It's like a very satisfying way of picking this wool apart and making this beautiful wispy wools. Anyway, you don't need to do so many as I'm doing. I'm just demonstrating that it's actually quite easy to do this. But what you do need is one of these wispy bits of wool, and you really want them to be nice and feathery and thin. And then you're on the body, you're laying them down so that they go from around the body in that way. On the face you're going in that direction, just giving you the heads up. Bend the legs out of the way, and you will need your fine needle for this. So having worked most of the chameleon with a coarse needle, for this you need the fine needle, and all you're going to do is just stab it in very consistently and repeatedly. Just keep at it, because it will take quite a long time to get the wool smoothed out so that it covers the body. But you can see you need very little wool to do this. You will probably have lots of our wool left over once you finish the chameleon, this beautiful space-dyed flower garden Australian Merino top. And the reason why it's called space-dyed is because it's dyed in chunks of spaces. Rather than having it all lined up, it's actually dyed in little chunks next to each other or along each other. Now if you have a multi-tool, such as the Clover 5 needle felting tool, you can speed your process up a little, because you're not trying to firm up the shape, you're literally just trying to colour it in. And it's taken absolutely no time to colour this part in. That also means that if you've got an area of the chameleon that you want to look differently in terms of the colour, you can just overlay it with a new piece of wool, the same way as I've shown you, and colour it in. So it becomes a completely different look. And I think that is the lovely thing about this chameleon project, is that it's literally, you can camouflage it whatever colour you want. So you can harmonise it with the colours next to it, or you can make it as bright coloured as you want to. We're leaving parts of the chameleon underneath in that lovely bright green, because that's also part of the attraction. And of course remember that when you're colouring your chameleon in, you still want that very firm ridge here at the top that sort of looks a little bit like a pasty. And that's probably the shortest tutorial I have ever done. It's actually much easier than you think. But just to reiterate, make sure you are keeping these wool wisps as thin as possible. Don't lay it on, you really don't need to. Work on the basis that you will have wool left over rather than using it all up. And remember, curl your tail under if you want the realistic look of the chameleon. And that's it really. So hope you really enjoy this chameleon project. I can't wait to see your version of this really brightly coloured chameleon. And if you get the hang of it, maybe you want to make lots. See you soon. Bye.